Hey guys, today we're talking about responsiveness, and responsiveness is all about having a mobile friendly website design. And basically what that means is that you want to make sure that your website not only shows up on desktop, but also shows up on mobile devices as well. And it's as user friendly as possible, because that is what Google is using as the ranking factor for your website. They're looking at mobile first to make sure that your website makes sense. And then they're looking at the desktop version. And why this is significant is because mobile friendly and responsive designs are prioritized by search engines, and the way to kind of utilize this is by using responsive design techniques to ensure that your website works well on all devices. And so basically what that means is, and I'll go ahead and I'll show you here, like this is, the Goldilocks website that we were using earlier. And we know that it's all about hair care products. And these products are built on a Shopify store. So just take a quick look at what the desktop version looks like. And then here, we can actually go to inspect the page and we can see what it looks like on mobile as well. So you can see up here, we can toggle. Let me pull this over. Come on. So we can toggle to what it looks like between devices. So you see up here, we can see what it looks like on an iPhone 14. So you can see how that looks nice. And I would maybe center the headers. I would maybe center the footer menu, but besides that, it looks nice. And then here we can look at what it looks like in tablet form. So you can see that no matter what the device is, that the website is still loading properly, and Google takes this as a great indicator that you've optimized for mobile first. As you can see, this website did work well on desktop, mobile, and tablet. And so we'll go ahead and take a look at that other website to kind of see what that looks like in between designs to see if that's responsive or not. Just go to their homepage. So you can see what that looks like on desktop. And now you can see what that looks like on other devices as well. We're going to inspect it, and we're going to click up here. And then we can see this is for tablet version. So we can kind of scroll down. And see that it works very well on tablet as well. And then now let's see what it looks like on an iPhone. And you can see that the responsive version on iPhone also works for this too. And so that's just how easy it is to kind of see where your website looks like. I'll see if I can kind of try to find a bad example of what it looks like, just to kind of show you how funky a website can look on mobile if it's not optimized for a responsive design. But if you're using WordPress and you want like an on-page builder, I recommend Elementor, because you can really have full control over what the elements look like, whether or not you're using mobile or desktop, or mobile, desktop, or tablet. And so you can really have full control over what each of those designs looks like. And And then Squarespace also lets you toggle between mobile and desktop to kind of make sure that those designs, you don't get as much functionality between using Squarespace. But if you are just starting out with your website, that is also a great place to start. Okay, guys, I found a website that I can kind of use as an example. So with this website format, this is for a vacation rental in Destin, Florida. And you can see that it's a very nice beach house, but you can tell that this website is very dated. And kind of in that new gen format, you would have your home away from home might be your header, but then you would have, the image being the main image with all the about information underneath those images, and then maybe a link to a photo gallery. But you can kind of see that there's just very tiny images, and the photography just is not up to par as far as normal standards. It's very dark, it's very dreary, and it's not inviting you into this gorgeous beach house. And I just kind of want to show you what it looks like on mobile, so that way you can kind of see what an unoptimized mobile website looks like. And so you can kind of see that in those old gen formats of websites, that's why it's important to kind of keep your website up to date. You can see that while it does scale down and you can still see everything, you're splitting this real estate, which like on your mobile device, like that is going to be a very tiny image also. So if you were optimizing this for a responsive design, you would have this image be first with maybe a link to a gallery, or you could have this image first with the about information. And then you could, if you still wanted these images to be on the page because there's not a whole lot to this page, then you could put those full size images on mobile to where people see it. And kind of have that information about it. But you want the website to still have the same feel no matter what design that it's on. So just having your website look exactly like this, but scale down to mobile, you're going to be able to, not going to be converting as many users as you would if you had a website that's built for those conversions. You want to have that imagery that just pops and it just kind of brings your visitors in. And then of course they want to read about your beach house. They want to read about all of the amenities and everything that it has. And so that's why I would do this like a little bit differently. So I can, so I just want to kind of show you a vacation rental company that does this very well. And so we're going to go to resorts.com and you can see, we're going to go to private vacation homes because that was a vacation home. Then you can see they have 10 homes available. Then we're going to go here, just click on the house. And you can just see how this website just pops, right? It has that first image, and then you have the two supporting images on the side with the link to that gallery to where you can see all 43. And then underneath it, you have the virtual tour. It tells you that it's a 5-bedroom house. It has the ratings on it so that we can get that real life experience of what others have experienced to make you kind of want to book. And then you can see more information about it. You can see a 5-bedroom, 4-bath that fits 16 people. Pets are allowed. You can see the square footage. It has the address on there. And then you can kind of see that satellite imagery with the description here. And then of course on the side is your booking calendar. So you can automatically see if this is available for the dates that you are thinking about. And then you've got your availability calendar down here as well. And then it's going to break down each bedding like line by line and all the amenities that are in there. And so I just think that, and of course, here's your reviews. And if you have questions, here's some answers. And so I just think that this website is just very well done as far as responsive designs go, because here you can see exactly how this looks when it comes to mobile as well. Here, I'm going to take my video out of the image so that way you can see when it scales down. So inside here, you can see there's that main image. It tells you there's just text on top of the image that tells you that there's a virtual tour and that it's pet friendly, to where it grabs your attention with the two smaller images and the link to that gallery right there. And then you can see the title of the house like extremely well. And then here's, a little blurb about it. You still get all of that information about the house. And then it breaks down into the sections that are readable. And obviously, if you don't want to see all that text, it gives you the ability to keep scrolling. And then you can get down to the availability calendar, which you can see really well. And you can just see how this design, how it changed for mobile to where you're looking like this design was made specifically for mobile. And that's what it means to have a responsive website design. And that's it as far as responsiveness goes. I know I could have just told you that responsiveness means having a mobile friendly website design, but I really just wanted to go in and show you those real life examples of what having a good website design that goes from device to device looks like, and ways that you can kind of improve. In the next lesson, we're going to be talking about core web vitals and why those are extremely crucial to you getting those search engine rankings on Google.